Hey guys, how you doing? Um, we're actually live, and I think I'm a couple minutes early, but I usually am. Hey Frank, um, I see I got 8 people here already. If you're here, just shout out. And I don't, I know I just typed a whole bunch of crap in chat before I went live, but yeah. Um, if you guys don't know, um, KJE Aquatics is pretty much a full line aquatic freshwater supplier for your hobby needs. So check our website out at kjaquatics.com. But anyways, I see I got actually 5 people. There was 8. I scared a couple off, and that's okay. Um, what's up, Matt? Um, hey, thanks for the shout out. I need to make you a mod, Matt. I might have already. I don't know. I can't do it on my phone. I have to do it on my on my computer. But if I can, I don't know how. Anyways, I know Frank was here. Um, Liquid Zoo, also known as Matt, is here. I see my buddy Clay was here. Um, Judith, what's happening? And Susan, how you doing? Um, so yeah, I got a few people here. I'm gonna go ahead and get into the unboxing. Um, and if you have any questions, feel free to ask. If I missed it in chat, I apologize. Also, one thing to note, if you ask a question in chat, um, that goes away after I'm done live streaming. So I can't pull that back up right away. Um, so if you want to know anything specific, or if you want me to get back to you later, leave a comment below. And I will. I do read the comments. I promise you, I read all the comments. And you could also contact us on Facebook at facebook.com/KJE Aquatics. Um, hey, Don. But yeah, so contact me on Facebook. Leave a comment below, um, and I'll answer you there. Or you could also email us at kjeaquatics@gmail.com or contact us through our website at kjeaquatics.com. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and get into this box. I didn't get a lot. We have a lot of stuff in stock already. I know some people complain that I'm out of stock of certain things. I tell you what, the best time to order is right after I do a video. If you see something on this video that you want, order it right away, because I maintain a low overhead. So I don't order 1 or 2 plants, but I don't order 100 of each either. So again, we run lean, so I don't maintain a huge inventory. But I always have plants in stock. So go ahead and get into the potted ones. This right here, bread and butter. Bread and butter means I sell the crap out of it. Very popular plant, one of my favorites. All plants are my favorites, but this is Brazilian pennywort. So super easy plant, great for indoor or outdoor. So you can grow it in your tank or grow it outside in your top tub, tongue-tied, in your ponds or tubs. So Brazilian pennywort, one of the best smelling plants, and you can also eat it. It's actually nutritious. So you can look that up on Google, so you get your calorie count. But anyways, next up is Crypt Wentai Brown. So this is Cryptocrene Wentai, and this is the brown variant. I really like this one. It's more of a bronze color, so some places call it Crypt Wentai Bronze, but the nursery I get it from calls it brown, so I list it what they grow it as. So Crypt Wentai Brown, Really nice color other than your basic green. Yes, it's green, but it's more of a bronze, darker green versus Crypt Wenti green. Um, there's many variants of Crypt Wenti. Probably the most expensive at the moment is Crypt Wenti Pink Flamingo, and we actually got some of that in stock too. That one's not very common. So when plants aren't as common as others, then the price is elevated. That's just supply and demand. So with that, I'm not sure what I got in here. I'm not going to pull them all out. I'm going to pull them out as I see distinct species. But dwarf Sagittaria, super easy. Probably the most, what I'm trying to say. When people are low tech and they want a carpeting plant, this is what I suggest. This or micro-sowed narrow leaf. So if you're low tech, don't try, well, you can try anything you want. It's your tank. But don't try dwarf hairgrass and Monte Carlo. In my opinion, and from my experience, hard as F. Stick with easier plants. Dwarf Sagittarius is one of them. So that's dwarf Sag, dwarf Sag, dwarf Sag. Here we go. I just talked a second ago about Cryptocrene Pink Flamingo. And so the top of the leaf is a brownish color, but you're getting that pink. You're getting that pink on the undertone, and with higher light, that pinkish color is going to come through the top also. So if this will grow fine, low tech, low to medium light, but if you really want the pinks to pop, you're going to need higher light, guaranteed. But these are nice established plants. They're potted, so these are not tissue cultured. They're grown, established plants. The price obviously is more versus the more common Crypt Wenti, but again, supply and demand. That's how it goes. I pay more for these versus brown, red, or green. So that's how I justify the cost, because I pay more, the customer pays more. But Crypt Pink Flamingo, super popular plant, actually my favorite plant in the hobby. So this is KJE Aquatics' most favorite plant. This is Crinum calamastratum. Right, these are a little bit smaller than what I had in the past. So if you guys want these and give me a little time, don't jump on the website right away because I have them at my other price. I pay the same price, but I will do, since these are smaller than what I had in stock previously, I will reduce the price some, but I pay the same price. But one thing I try to do is keep the hobby affordable. So I've been in the hobby a long time, and one reason I started KJE is because prices at my local fish stores in the area were ridiculous. A lot of prices online are not as ridiculous, but I guarantee you, a lot of my competitors charge way more than what we do. And I'm not discounting them. If you can get it, you get it. You know, that's business. But what they charge for some things is, to me, ridiculous, because our suppliers are pretty much the same. There's only so many wholesalers. So anyways, I'll let you guys be the judge. If you want to buy from other people, that's American, man. But All right, so I showed you the Crypt Flamingo, Anubias. This one here in particular is Congensis, but on the website, these are listed as assorted potted Anubias. So we have them at a pretty good price. What species you're going to get, if you email me, I'll more than be glad to look in the tank to see what species I have, and I'll let you know. So, and if you email me, you know, prior to your order or right after your order, you contact me right away, and you say, Keith, I want a Congensis, or Keith, I want a Fraser eye. When I'm filling your order, I'll definitely try to meet your needs. But if you want Cophifolia or Barteri and you order Anubias assorted potted, and all I have is Congensis, Lanceolata, etc., that's what you're going to get. So I can only fill the order because it's listed as assorted. So with that, the rest of these, I'm showing you just, that's a nice full Anubias. Look at the roots on that. This is nice. This one actually is Anubias Fraseri. I don't know how to pronounce it, but close enough. So with these potted plants here was Dwarf Sagittaria, Crinum calamastratum, Crypt Cream Pink Flamingo, and I'm probably missing one. Anyway, just set these down. Again, I did. The Pink Flamingo are awesome, Clay. Scruffy City Aquatics, what's up? Hold on, I'm scrolling up. Don, which plant? The one I'm showing. I don't know. The Crypt Flamingo? Anyways, let me get back into the box. Again, I updated the website prior because I had enough notice. So if you guys go to the website now, the inventory on plants, my favorite one, Don. Yeah, the Crinum calamastratum. Yeah, that's a badass plant. If yours has gotten huge since you bought it, you're doing something really, really well. Because honestly, it's one of the slower growers, but that's great. It's doing good for you. I actually love that plant. Looks like octopus. But, anyways, I kind of ramble and I go off, so I apologize. But if you go to our website, kjeaquatics.com, the plant inventory, I updated it prior to going live right now. So the inventory showing right now should be good. If there's something that you want that is out of stock or is like really low on stock, something that you don't see in this video, do me a favor or do yourself a favor and message me on Facebook or shoot me an email. Sometimes I have plants in stock that are not necessarily on the website. So it's just dealing with live goods, and the inventory count on the website is a pain in the butt. So I'll get in 12. I put in 12 on the website. Sometimes they grow and they propagate, especially with this plant right here, Vallisneria. So I don't always necessarily update what is growing in the tank, just basically what I had come in on the stock order. So I do have Vallisneria that is growing throughout the fish room. So if I sell out of the 10, 20, 30 that I put on the inventory, I probably got them in the tank somewhere around here. Anyways, just saying. But with that being said, this plant right here, Italian Vallisneria. The scientific name is Vallisneria spiralis. These are really, really nice, and these are about full-grown species. So, not all of them. Some of them are smaller, but super cool. Very easy plant. Um, I love Vals. Vallisneria is probably, I told you, Crinum calamastratum is my favorite. But Vallisneria, as far as the ease of growth, how it looks, and how it helps maintain water quality, Vals in general are great. So whether it be Italian, jungle, contortion, corkscrew, even they're not a Vallisneria, but your Sagittaria species. So your Sagittaria subdolata dwarf and your Sagittaria subdolata narrow, broadleaf, super cool, easy plants. And with that, here's another val. This is Vallisneria contortion. So this is a bigger version of the corkscrew. So I didn't get a lot. It says I got 18. I think they ripped me off, but it is what it is. This definitely don't look like 18, but that's on me, not you. But contortion valve. These will get much taller than corkscrew, but it has the same leaf shape. So as the leaves grow, you're going to get a spiral look to the leaf. So this is contortion valve. Next up is Jungle Vallisneria species red. I tried it. This is super popular, very popular plant. This is the Jungle Vallisneria species red. It has a wider leaf versus the regular jungle val. It doesn't actually turn red. They call it red, but you'll get a reddish, brownish hue if this is grown under high light. But I like it better versus your regular jungle val. And I try to stock as much as I can just because I like the wider leaf versus your regular jungle val. So this is the species red. Again, don't expect a red colored plant. You're going to get a reddish, brownish, bronze kind of hue if grown under high light. And with Vallisneria, this will grow in practically any water and not any light conditions. You can't grow it in the dark, obviously, but you can grow it under low to medium light. So, again, I prefer it versus regular jungle val. I actually don't have any regular jungle val on the website right now. This is the only jungle val that I have. So, okay. Next up is, here's one. Here's one that a lot of people ask me for, and it's not always available, but these are badass. This is This is Java fern, narrow leaf on a mat. So it's being grown multiple. This is more than 10, easily more than 10 Jungle Vallisneria growing on a cocoa fiber mat. So when you look at the price on the website, just know that you're getting a booty ton of plants. So it's not one plant. This is multiple plants growing on the cocoa fiber mat. You can remove the jungle fern off the cocoa fiber mat if you wish to. It's all up to you on how you think with aquascaping. Or you can simply weight it down on the substrate and leave it on the mat and grow it like this. Or attach this whole piece of cocoa fiber to your rock or your decoration or your wood, whatever you want to do. But this is Java fern, narrow leaf on a mat. So I don't have a lot. I only have 4. So Get them while you can. They usually sell out pretty quick. So I'm just looking through the Nano Aquarium guy. What's up? Hey, Sandy. Hello, Keith. Oh, hello, Darlene. Sorry, I'm just reading. Scruffy City, they took a while to settle in, but once they took off, they took off. Yeah, it's kind of how they go. That's with a lot of plants. Hey, Alishan, with a lot of plants, people get them. Be patient. With a planted tank, be patient. And it doesn't matter if you buy plants online, whether it be from me or somebody else, or if you go to your local fish store and buy plants. When you buy them and you move plants from tank to tank, or they're in a box and they're in the mail, they take a little bit of beating, no doubt about it. Regardless of, again, if you buy them from your LFS or if you buy them from a vendor online, they take a little bit of abuse. So when you get them, be patient. 9 times out of 10, the plants are going to grow for you, and you give it a little time, they're going to flourish. I'm not saying when you get a plant from me, they're going to look dead. That's not what I'm saying. But what I'm telling you is with plants, you have to have patience. And that's just not in the aquarium either. That goes with, when you buy house plants, they're not going to flourish right away, usually. There's always the exception, but yeah, you have to have patience with plants. So, all right. This plant right here I just put it on the website. It's not a normal stock item. I do not have a picture on the website. So it's just being sold. This is probably a one-time deal, but I did buy these, to sell them, obviously. But this plant right here is going to require, I'll tell you straight up, it's going to require higher light. So low to medium light, it's not going to cut it with this plant. This is a Lewigia species. It is the Lewigia peruensens. All right. So I brought this in basically because the nursery had it on sale. It's a nice reddish color. This plant will work great in your tubs outdoors, no problem. But if you're going to grow it indoors, you're going to need, higher light, definitely. So it's on the website, Lewigia peruensens, sold as a bunch. So a bunch is this. So I'm just counting the stems right now. 1, 2, 3. There's 4 to 5 stems. So you're going to get 4 to 5 stems. It's a nice, if you look on the, it's hard to tell here, but on the underside of the leaf, you got a bronze reddish color. The stem is a reddish color. Really nice plant. Again, on the website, I'm not growing it here at KJE, so I don't have my own picture of it. But I posted the information on it, what it needs. So Lewigia peruensens. I will put this outdoors. So in the interim, I'm going to be growing it outdoors. So if you're interested, I have the bunches on the website, pretty cheap. So check it out. And again, it's on the website. So, all right. Let me pull out this pillowcase real quick to get it out of the way. If you guys don't know what this is hornwort. Hornwort is another bread and butter plant staple in the hobby. Great for you people that like to breed fish. Great for you people that like ponds or tubs. So it'll grow indoors or out. Again, it's great for your ponds or tubs and helping maintain water quality. helping maintain fry cover for the fry that you're trying to breed outdoors. So if you do tubs outdoors like I do, my main goal for tubs outdoors is breeding fish, growing plants and breeding fish. And then I take those fish that I get an abundance of, and I bring them to swaps. I sell them online through my website. I sell them online through aquabid.com, or I also bring them to club auctions because KJE is pretty active in many clubs throughout the Northeast. So anyways, that's what I do with the fish that I have excess of. So all right, next up is Egeria najas. So this is a species of Anacharis that is actually legal in the state of New York. So KJE resides in New York. There's two common Anacharis species in the hobby. You have Egeria najas, which is this. It's called the narrowleaf Egeria or a narrowleaf Anacharis. And you have Alodia densa. Alodia densa is on the no-no list in the state of New York, plus many other states. So we don't sell it. We don't stock it. We only sell the. Hold on. I just seen. What plant is this for the outdoor tubs? Scruffy City. I'm not sure what I forget what you asked. So. Anyways, sorry, I'm missing stuff in chat. Alishan says, Mike says he has a female Asian rummy nose in the group. Cool. I don't have any left. So get them and breed them, Alishan. I wish mine would have did better because I know they would kick ass at the club auctions. All right. Next up is one plant that's been in the hobby forever. I mean, has been in the hobby as long as I've been in the hobby, is the banana plant. This plant's actually hard as heck to get right now, and the price has went up a lot. Nobody in the U.S. grows it that I know of. So if you can grow this plant on a commercial scale in the United States, you could actually make some money on a commercial scale. All right. Because none of the nurseries I know of in the United States are growing this. These are all imported. So that's why the price has went up tremendously. So if you complain about the price on my website, I guarantee you we're cheaper than most others. But supply and demand affects the cost. So sorry for that. But banana plant, very popular, been in the hobby as long as hornwort. All right. Again, I remember having these plants when I was a little bitty kid. And that was a long time ago. So. Next up is Rotella. This is Rotella species red. I haven't had Rotella. I had it on the website, but it's been out of stock. I just haven't stocked it. Not that I couldn't get it. But this is another super easy stem plant. I'm going to grow these outdoors. So when I'm done with the live right here, I'm going to take these and I'm going to throw them outdoors in a tub. They're going to grow outdoors. So Rotella, it's actually Rotella species red or Rotella indica. Great stem plant. Great for indoors or out. When you grow it indoors, you're going to need medium to high light. It's not going to do well in low light. But outdoors, you got Mr. Sunshine, and Mr. Sunshine is nice to plants. So, Next up is Sagittaria narrowleaf. So these are sold as a bunch. Sometimes I pot them, so you might get them potted, but they're listed bare rooted. Sagittaria narrowleaf sold as a bunch. So you got 3 to 4 plants bundled up in a lead weight right here. Again, sometimes I'll pot these, and you'll get them as a pot, but you're going to get the same amount of plant. Very easy plant. These are actually grown immersed because you could tell by the wide paddle on the top of the leaf. But one of the easiest plants to convert, one of the easiest plants to grow. These are not the dwarf Sagittaria variant. These will actually get much taller. I love this plant just because it's easy. Easy is fun. Easy is nice. Easy doesn't cost you a lot of money. So I love Sagittaria subdolata narrowleaf. I got a bunch of them. So if you need them, I got them. Next up is tiger lotus bulbs. So I only sell these when they're sprouted. So I won't sell you a dud. So when you get a bulb from me, and most of these are already sprouted, which is nice. But you see that right there? It has the plant already actually growing. So this is what you'll get as a sprouted bulb. Maybe the plant's a little bit longer depending on how I have it. But once it starts to grow out, what you're going to get is it's going to be listed as a sprouted bulb, small, medium, or large. You always get the bulb from us. There's other plant dealers that will break off a plant and just sell it as that. We don't do that. You always get the bulb with the plant. You always get the bulb with the plant. Because a lot of people don't know, once this sprouts a plant, the bulb I'm talking about, once the bulb sprouts a plant, it has the potential for growing another plant. So again, there's some people that will break off the plant and get multiple plants out of the same bulb. We don't do that. You're always going to get the bulb with the plant. So whether it's a sprouted bulb, small, medium, or large, it's always going to be that bulb with that plant. So just letting you know, that's what we do here. So all right. When you say you grow the banana plant for commercial, how many plants would that be? Susan Moore, commercial, you would have to grow in order to, well, if you want to grow the plant and propagate it yourself and sell it yourself at retail, you could grow as many as you want. But if you want to grow it for commercial purposes and wholesale it, I would say you'd have to grow a couple thousand a year, maybe. And that's a lot of plants if you want to wholesale it. So, can a bulb eventually grow from a plant? Honestly, Scruffy, I never really looked into the propagation of tiger lotus. So I'm sure if you Google it, you could find out more information. But I honestly, and I'm not afraid to tell you, I don't know. So I don't know actually how to propagate tiger lotus. So anyways, cryptocrene, this is another Wentai species. So I showed you the brown. I showed you the pink flamingo. This is the red variant. And it's actually hard to tell that's a dead leaf. So for me, it's hard to it's not impossible, but it's hard to tell the difference between red and the brown variant because they both look very similar until you grow them out under good lighting. And then the brown's going to be more brownish bronze, and then the red is going to be more of a maroon color. So This is the Crypt Pink, not Crypt Pink. This is the Crypt Red Wet-Eye. So I have plenty in stock. This is a big bunch of them. So nice roots. Look at the roots. See it. Look at it. All right. Next up is this plant right here. I grow outdoors. I normally don't stock it indoors. It needs really good light indoors, and so it can grow. But you need good light indoors. But outdoors, this plant is really cool. This is dwarf red stem parrot. So this is a good tub plant, pond plant. Check your local state listings. It's actually on the no-no list with a few states. But here in New York, it's okay. Again, you could grow it indoors, no problem. I just float it. I don't root this, which you can, but I don't. I just float it outdoors in the tubs for this time of year. So dwarf red stem parrot. All right. So let me see what else I got. Lowigia red. So this is Lowigia species red. I've been growing the crap out of this outdoors, and it grows really well in your tubs. Excuse me. Grows really well in your ponds. You could float it, or you could pot it. So I simply pot it with a cube of rock wool, and this is a bigger one. Hold on, I have a small one right here. Oh, and we have this online too. But just take a cube of rock wool, put your stem plant in that. So just sandwich that in there. Push the rock wool gently down into the pot. And there you got potted Lowigia, right? We sell it bare rooted. Sometimes you might get it potted because like this one here, I'm not going to take it back out of the pot. But if this is the last man standing, you'll get one potted. But so usually what you're going to get is one bunch tied up, and it's Lowigia, red, Lowigia red. So very common, but very beautiful, easy plant. Next up is Java fern. So these are not on mats. Keith, do you ever get ceramic plant rings? I do not. Never had a call for the ceramic plant rings. So actually not even sure what they are. So, Frank, email me a picture. I know you don't use Facebook, I think, but email me a picture, and then I'll know what you're talking about, and then I can always see about getting them. Actually, I'm not sure what you're talking about. These are some nice Java fern. So this is nice pieces of Java fern. So these are just individual plants. You can see the rhizome there. It's nice with several leaves. Again, just regular Java fern, not on a mat. So they're sold individually. So that's what you're going to get. They're listed on the website. Next up this is a pond or tub plant. You could try to grow it indoors. That's your prerogative. But I've tried before and it doesn't do well. But outdoors, I love this plant better than water hyacinth. Water hyacinths are great, and I have some in stock too. I didn't get any more because I probably won't order any more for this season. Um, but for a pond floating plant, I just love the look of this versus water hyacinth. This is called the American sponge plant. It's also known as American frogbit, but I list it on the website under the common name American sponge plant, so I don't put the frogbit name in there to confuse people, because there's another frogbit in the hobby, Amazon frogbit, that is totally different. So I try to keep the common name separate. So, anyways, American sponge plant, super easy. You could pot this. You could pot this in substrate towards the surface. You can't fully submerge it. It's gonna keel over on you. But all I do with this is I chuck it in the tub or the pond and just let it float, and it's gonna spread out. Um, you're gonna get a lily type leaf. Um, looks great. It really looks great. The nursery grows these potted. That's why they're growing. They're growing tall because they try to maximize space. So people tell me, well, it don't look the same, online when it's growing, just floating. The reason being is the nurseries, they maximize space. They have these growing in substrate in a compact area. So the plant has to grow towards the light. So it's going up. So you have multiple plants crammed in a tight area. So that's why they're growing this way. But once you put a few of these in your tub or your pond, they're going to fan out. Give them time. They're going to fan out, and they're going to shoot runners off. And you can clip those runners, and that's how they propagate. They're just going to shoot other plants. Similar to water hyacinth, they're going to shoot off baby plants. You can clip them, spread them around to other tubs or other ponds, or just let it go and grow to one big mass. So, but anyways, I love the American sponge plant. Next up is these are very popular. Hard as heck to grow indoors, but super easy outdoors. Indoors, you need some extreme, intense light. I'm not going to lie to you. And look these up on our website. This is mosaic. So this is Lowigia celluloids, or celluloids, or however you pronounce it. So it's a Lowigia species, but the common name is the mosaic plant. It's hard to see what it looks like because it's all cramped up. It's been in a bag, but this will fan out, and it gives you it looks like to me, the plant looks like a firework, an exploding firework. So that's how it fans out, and it just looks like a big star. It's beautiful. We have some in stock now. I have a nice picture on our website. So look up the mosaic plant, and you'll see what they look like. If you decide you want to grow it indoors, you need some really intense light. You float it. You don't. I don't plant it in substrate. I just float the plant. But outdoors, in your tubs or your ponds, just chuck it in there, and it grows beautifully. Just floating on the surface looks fabulous. So yeah. Anyways, next up is Cryptocrine pontidifolia. Crypt pontidifolia. This looks more like a sword plant versus a crypt, but I guarantee you it's a cryptocrine. You can Google it, check it out on our website. Crypt pontidifolia. Very cool looking crypt. Easy with crypts. Low to medium light is all you need. I really like crypt pontidifolia just because the leaf is different versus like a lot of your wentai. So crypt pontidifolia. Next up is dwarf water onions. Dwarf water onion. If you check our website under dwarf water onions, I have a picture of what these will flower. When you buy these, I suggest you buy more than one. I really suggest you get them in multiples of 5, because one plant to me doesn't look good. I'm not saying this to sell more plants. It's just I buy them individual and I sell them individual. But if I was to buy these to aquascape with these, I would get them in multiples of 5. If I was doing like a 40 breeder and I wanted to get the dwarf water onion, I probably would get at least a dozen of them and plant them like maybe every 1 inch apart or so. But that being said, again, I'm not trying to tell you to buy more plants, which is okay. You know, you buy more plants, the more money I make. But just aesthetically, how they look, you want like a jungle grass looking look with this plant. But this plant will throw off, when it's happy, it'll throw off a beautiful white flower. You can check our website out. I posted a picture of one that flowered for me last year or the year before, but it's on the website so you get an idea of what the flower looks like. Fantastic, beautiful looking plant. Super easy, medium light, nice looking plants. I really like this plant. I've been keeping it now for only a couple years, but that's a badass plant. So. Yeah, Alishan, Crypt pontificia for most people will grow like really well. You know, actually, I know people that have like more success with pontificia versus Wentai or Balancea or some other common species. So, yeah, Andrew, the dwarf water onions, they're fucking badass. Sorry I cussed, but anyways, that's just how I talk. But if you get them to flower, Andrew, do me a favor. If you get some to flower, you get some to bud and flower, send me some pictures because they are really, really nice. All right, we're getting close to the bottom of the barrel here. I do have a couple plants in here that are actually, these ones right here are not going to be on the website. I'll show them to you right now. These are not going to be on the website. I ordered these for my buddy Tommy, and I got 1 or 2 for my own tubs. But this is a pond marginal. It's actually pretty freaking big. But this is called ornamental rice. It's also called black madras grass. So it has 2 common names: ornamental rice or black madras. So it's just a pond marginal. I won't have these on the website. I only got 4 of them. If you really, really want one for your pond, you can contact me on Facebook, facebook.com/KJE Aquatics, and I might sell you one of mine. Pond season, as far as the nurseries are concerned, is pretty much, for what I can get, is pretty much over. So my buddy Tommy grows a lot of plants indoors. He does a lot of stuff with terrariums. So I told him I can get these, so he told me he wanted a couple. So this is what they got. And they're friggin' big as heck. I didn't expect them to be this tall. These are 2.5 feet at least. So black madras grass, also known as, oriental rice. So anyways, again, those aren't on the website. So next up is Hygrophila compact. So this is Hygrophila coriambosa compact variant. So it's on the website. So this is very similar to regular Hygro coriambosa, which is also called, I think the common name is Temple. You guys can correct me if I'm wrong, and I don't mind. I don't get offended. But these are really nice bunches too. Look at that. This is just a clump, and this is what you're going to get. So nice root structure. These stay a lot shorter versus the other Hygrophila coriambosa. So that's why they call it compact. Kind of makes sense, right? So they'll stay shorter. Easy plant. Almost all your Hygrophilias are pretty easy. The only one that is difficult, and I was going to tell you the name and now I forgot. Shit, there's a hygro that looks like more of a fern. I just drew a blank, but that hygro is hard as F to grow. It definitely needs CO2 and highlight. This doesn't need any CO2. Needs, I would not low light, but I'm gonna say medium light. So, Crypt. Hold on, I'm gonna read the chat real quick. Alishan is dropping some info here. Crypt Usteriana. That is, I think that Crypt Alishan is Balance, if I'm not right, if I'm not wrong. I think that is maybe not the same species, but very similar. So it's a long narrow with a crinkly leaf. So I think, Alishan. Let me know if I'm wrong. Anyways, Hygro compact, Hygro coriambosa compact. So it's really nice plant. Next up is Lowigia ovalis. This has been growing gangbusters for us outdoors. This will get a nice red color with Mr. Sunshine. So again, like I showed you how to pot up the Lowigia repens, do the same. With the ovalis, you can see that variegation in the leaf. So it looks similar, but if you look at the leaf closely, that's the difference between this Lowigia repens and Lowigia ovalis. Is the ovalis is going to have that variegation, but with really nice, really good light, or Mr. Sunshine, the tops of these are going to turn like a nice red color. I really like this plant. So super easy for your ponds or tubs. If you bring it indoors, you're going to need higher light. So this isn't going to do well in low to medium light. You're going to need higher light, definitely. And if you're doing a highlight indoors, you're probably going to need to inject CO2. So anyways, but outdoors, ovalis is badass. And then if you do CO2 indoors, this is definitely one for you. It's super easy plant. And then with that, the last the last one I got is one that's been super popular all season long. I buy this by weight, so this is, I think, this is a half a pound. But this is red root floaters, and I have a bunch growing outdoors right now, but stock was getting low. And this is what you get. When you get a portion of red roots, you're gonna get a good handful. That's a good amount. So that's our portion size. So this bag right here is probably 10 to 15 portions, maybe 10 portions. But this is your red root floaters. Really easy floating plant. A nice looking plant versus duckweed. Easy to maintain. These will actually flower for you some. You'll get it's a really small flower, but they're a nice little white flower that when they're happy, they flower. Great looking plant. Long growing roots. So if you're breeding fish outdoors, you're breeding fish, egg layers outdoors, killies, and whatnot, flagfish, which is a killie, they'll lay their eggs up in the roots of these, so it's great for that. Um, if you're breeding live bearers outdoors, these are long flowing roots growing down, so it's a good place for the fry to hide. Plus, it's going to grow some biofilm, not biofilm, but you're going to get some nutrients and stuff on the roots, and the fry can feed off of that. But anyways, that's what I got. That's all I have in that box. I'm gonna get a drink of water here because I talk too much. Well, that's good, Frank, that you sold some to your local fish store. So yeah, if you guys can grow enough or breed enough and deal with the local fish store, I used to do it. You don't really make a lot of money. You're definitely not gonna get rich, but you could offset the cost of a can of fish food or water conditioner or whatever. So yeah, definitely, if you're growing plants in excess or breeding fish in excess, talk to a local fish store. You're not going to do any business with any chain store. I guarantee you that. So don't even bother, going into a Petco, PetSmart, Pet Supply Plus, or if there's other chain stores, in different parts of the country. I'm not sure. They are not going to really deal with you. But if you have a local mom and pop, they might. So, go try it. Store credit. Yeah, Frank, most stores are going to give you credit, being that they're going to give you, because they're going to make money. So they'll give you store credit. So maybe they'll give you, maybe they'll give you $5 for this, and then you go buy a can of fish food that costs you $15. That can of fish food that cost you $15 actually, cost them, say $9. So really, they're still making money. Yes. Hey, you guys, listen. Go check out the link. That Liquid Zoo just posted. If you have a sense of humor, you will like that t-shirt. If you're a prude and you're a fuddy-duddy, maybe you don't want to check it out. It's not nasty. It's just humorous. So check out the link that Matt, also known as Liquid Zoo, just posted. It's a shirt we just posted up on our Teespring store. So yeah, if you guys want to, if you want to help support KJE, you could also buy T-shirts. I could promise you though, we're not getting rich off the T-shirts, because Teespring, you're gonna make Teespring money. KJE gets a very small percentage of, excuse me, the actual sale of the merchandise on Teespring. I promise you that. So I'm not getting rich off of Teespring. Actually, I haven't sold since I started the Teespring, which is only a few months ago. I haven't sold one item. So yeah, I don't look at that to make any money. It's just a way for KJE to offer merchandise, because people ask me sometimes for merch, and Teespring just is an avenue for that. Yeah, man, Liquid Zoo is, this dude needs to be in marketing for KJE, but we've been on there almost an hour, so I could go longer if you guys want. If you got any questions, I'm done unboxing. I'm gonna have to make these plants moist pretty soon, but they're okay for a few more minutes. So if you have Alishan, am I selling merch at the Clash? No, I'm not, because my business, Alishan, is not merchandise. I'm not a big YouTuber, so people are going to come to see me for the products that I sell. So Alishan, basically, I'm coming to hang out with my buddy Michael Skurnick at michaelsfishroom.com, and I'm going to be selling Dr. Basleer. So I'm bringing my Dr. Basleer fish food line. I will be selling botanicals. If you guys are into botanicals, if you're into that dark water, check out our inventory of botanicals. Our inventory of botanicals is second to none, and that's even against the big dogs, Alishan. There's other companies out there that have a huge inventory or a huge variety of botanicals, and I guarantee you KJE is like, we're right there with them with the variety, and I can guarantee you our price on botanicals beats just about everyone. Alishan, yes, Pleco Caves. I know there's other there's going to be some other vendors there selling Pleco Caves, but KJE is bringing ours. We'll bring some because our Pleco Caves are not the cheapest, but I guarantee you, aesthetically, they're the best looking, and they work. So if you're a fish breeder and you need caves, and you're breeding a lot of fish and you need a lot of caves, KJE is not for you. You can get a piece of PVC pipe, cap the end, and there you go. Voila. But if you're a person that maintains a tank and your show tanks, or you want all your tanks to look beautiful aesthetically, plus you want to have fish hides, then the caves that we offer, that's who we market our caves to. So, do I remove the weight when I pot the plant? Susan, you can, or it's up to you. So that's a yes or no. That's a if you want to. So you don't have to. Leaving the weight on there, it's gonna rot around the weight. So, but it's gonna start to grow and root. The weight helps keep the pot down until it gets like really waterlogged. But one thing you can do though, to answer your question, is you can pot the plant. So I'm just grabbing a stem. So if you want to pot the bunch of plants, you can take the weight off. So take the weight off, put these in. I'm just demonstrating. So I got the weight off. Open up your rock wool. So I just break it in half. You lay it in there. Grab this. Hold on. Get the pot. And if you still want to use the weight, this is what I do sometimes. So that's unweighted. It's potted, unweighted. But sometimes these will still float until the rock wool really gets waterlogged. But I take the weight and I just stick it through the bottom, because this weight's not going to mess up the water quality. But I'll stick the weight through the bottom of the pot like that, and then drop it in. So it's really up to you. Yeah, PVC in tanks, Alishan, looks like doo-doo. But I honestly used to breed a lot of bushy nose. Bushy nose they're bulletproof plecos. And bushy nose will breed in a piece of PVC. I really don't fool with any plecos anymore. I just got out of them, and I really don't do any guppies either. But with plecos, my buddy Mike breeds plecos. He sells plecos. So I don't look to get into that market. I do other fish that are more to my liking. The only plecos that I have right now are just housekeepers. I have some super reds. I have just some your regular brown ancestris, and then I have some um, albinos, long fin and short. Um, but basically, I just keep them. They're housekeepers. That's why we have them. I don't. I do get rid of some because they breed easy. I do get rid of some at club auctions when I get too many and I feel like catching them. Sometimes I don't even feel like fooling with them. So, yeah, Susan, that's what I do with the plant weights. And if you guys get bunch plants from me, and they have the weights on them, don't chuck these. If you don't want them, and if you don't want to use them at the time being, they got many uses. I sell these too. They're on the website. I sell packs of 10 for, I forget the price. Packs of 10 sell for like $275, $285 or something like that. So if you need plant weights for other stuff, these things are pretty good. They're pliable. They're gonna last a long time. So you can just keep playing with them. So have many uses. So all right. So we're over an hour now. So I don't know if I'm cutting into anybody else's time. I don't know who else is live. Again, if you guys don't know, when I go live, it's right after I get a shipment in or shortly after. I don't do this. I don't have a schedule for live streams. Every now and then I might pop up and do a live, usually impromptu. It's just KJE is not our focus is not YouTube. So yeah, we're YouTubers. Matt says I'm a YouTuber, but I'm really not. We use YouTube as an avenue to sell product. So this is just a tool for KJE to show you what we got and talk about what we do. So if you guys have any questions, I know a lot of people don't use Facebook. Facebook is toxic. Facebook is, overall, it's shitty. It is. But we're on Facebook a lot because of business. You could always message me, facebook.com/KJE Aquatics. You could friend me on Facebook. If I don't know who you are, I might not accept it. But if you're known in the community, then more than likely I accept it. I got a pretty good friend list. But I don't accept everyone. But if you comment on some Facebook group saying you're going to shoot me a friend request, then I'll probably accept it. But anyways, you could always Facebook Messenger us or message us on our Facebook business page. Again, that's facebook.com/KJE Aquatics. So, and you could always email me. Email me slower. Oh yeah, I forget. Shit. Liquid Zoo. He just blasted out. Yeah, check this out. And that's not just for us. If you guys want to find any individual that does anything online with the fish community, check out the link that Liquid Zoo just posted, and that's fishfam.link. Check that out. That backslash KJE Aquatics, that's specific to me. But if you just go to fishfam.link, and then you could search. You go up at the top. You guys are not stupid, so you know how to find info, I hope. If you don't, then just forget about it. But go on the top. There's tabs up at the top of fishfam.link. Discover. You could search. There's everybody's on there. There's KJE Aquatics. There's Liquid Zoos on there. I don't know who else is on here right now that has information online, but I know Sandy was here, Sandy Farrell and her daughter Bree. You can find them on there. So you can find if they have a YouTube channel, if they have a website. You can find if they have a site for merch. You could have find a site for what I say, YouTube channel, the merchandise, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. Um, so yeah, check it out, fishfam.link. If I forgot anything, then Mateo could maybe post something that I might have forgotten. So my buddy Eduardo. What's up, Eduardo? Just going back through chat real quick. All right. All right. Anyways. Yeah. New local Austin. Fishfam.link is excellent. And if you guys feel you don't even have to feel giving. It's actually not that much. But to help, Matt's doing a lot of this on his own. So there's a Patreon link, and it's actually not that much. It's like $5 a month. You could do more. You might even be able to do less. But that like I said, Liquid Zoo puts a shitload of time into later, Frank. But Liquid Zoo, also known as Matt, puts a lot of time in people think shit's free. It's actually not. Time's a valuable thing. So if you can, you don't have to, but if you can, think about sending a few bucks through the Patreon link. So we did. I'm not sending a lot, so I'm not rich. Matt knows I'm not rich, but we did join the Patreon, and so he gets a few bucks to keep it going from us. So, but anyways, all right. With that, I went over an hour. Actually, I do got to get these wet now because I don't want them to dry out. So I appreciate you guys watching and hanging out with me for a little bit this afternoon. If you guys need plants, you can get them from me. You know where to find me, KJEAquatics.com. You can also find us on Facebook. But if you need plants, definitely check out our website, KJEAquatics.com. If you need fish foods, water conditioners, sponge filters, medications, botanicals, we got it all. And it's all shipped, one flat rate. So check it out, KJEAquatics.com. And with that, I'm out. Peace, guys.